Paul, thank you so much for engaging with us today on the Business of Trust programme and the Civic principles, which you and I have been talking about for a number of months in any event. My first question, if I may, Paul, the Civic principles that we have been discussing this morning, if there had to be one that you selected, which one would you choose and for what particular reason?
Tough question. I think the DNA that has to run through the whole of society is integrity, more important than ever. But in thinking about the business community, the one that I really favour there is our value to society, and nowhere more than the City of London are there brilliant examples of members of the City of London doing fantastic things for the local communities and the local schools. Many reasons to be proud.
And actually that also ties in a little bit to the point about communication, not least because I sense probably you refer to our financial services sector. We can possibly do a better job in explaining the nature of that value to the society that we contribute.
I mean, through my work with Teach First and working with some of the schools in the most disadvantaged areas, I see the fantastic work the financial services sector are doing. There is not a company in the City of London who does not have employees working in some way or other with local schools and local colleges. And I think if we could tell that story, add it all up, it's a fantastic story and a reason to be proud about London and all our reasons for being here.
That's a very clear message, Paul. Thank you very much. If I feed into my sort of second question, our leaders of tomorrow who came up and have come up with a series of recommendations through and with the use of these guiding principles. Again, if you had to select one, which would it be and for what reason?
Well, I think the one that's more important than at any time is to make sure the people in our organisations understand what our values are and that those values are woven into all aspects of the way we run our businesses, and the people see through our behaviour as leaders that the values are more than words on paper.
And we've also been, in our discussions around trust, recognising that it's a complex agenda. There isn't a light switch that one can flick to change from on to off. But if there had to be one recommendation that you would encourage the communities with whom you engage and work around building trust and trustworthiness, what would that be?
I think what we need to do better together is to be more open and more communicative about the good stuff that we're doing, so people understand we're in business for more than profit. We do care about the environment, we care about society, and I think we need to focus relentlessly on that and call out those who don't behave properly.
That's an extremely clear message. So expanding upon explaining our social purpose, what business does, wider than simply maximising profit.
Well, you know, I think that's a point you know very well from your own experience. If I read about companies like PwC or HSBC or Lloyd's of London, I read about their businesses. But behind those businesses are the people they employ, and those people are doing stuff, you know, in PwC, for example, they're out there as school governors, they're out there mentoring pupils, they're out there visiting schools, providing work experience, doing lots of things that are very human, but very important to society.
Paul, thank you very much indeed. My final question, a binary question. The Civic principles and this Business of Trust programme that we've been discussing today, can it help in the development of trustworthiness, business to society?
Yes, and never been more important.
Thank you. Paul Drechsler, thank you so much for engaging with our Business of Trust programme.
Great pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.